Welcome back to Honest News. Well, I even said to my wife, I said, I don't think I'm going to even say a word about this dedication of this third temple altar in Jerusalem, but I just can't help but to mock it. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's the biggest, I don't know, it's just so funny to me. It's not real. There's nothing real about it. I don't even, my wife even said, she says, I don't even think they know what they're doing. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It really is. When you look at this here, I'm going to play this clip for you, but when you look at this, folks, it's like, I mean, you got pallets up there. That's what they're using for wood. Okay. But as you're watching this play out, it's like, they look like amateurs, right? I mean, it doesn't, there's nothing holy about it. Nothing holy about it. And some of the people are wearing tennis shoes. I mean, this is the most filthy, disgusting thing I've ever, I mean, there's nothing holy about this. Look at the box, a plastic box they're using to put the sacrifice in. I mean, they don't even have a special, I don't know what it said in the scripture. I think they carried it over their shoulders to the altar. And here they are carrying a dead animal in a plastic box. And they're going to throw that on top of the pallet of wood. And they invited 70 nations to come to this dedication. And you can see there's a handful of people there. There's hardly anybody there. I mean, you think this would have caught the attention of the whole world, right? If it's the fulfillment of what we see in the book of Revelation. And it's just, now they're lighting the menorah. But, see, they can't even keep the altar lit. They can't keep the fire burning. The fire keeps going out. Okay? The scripture makes it clear, if they read the Old Testament, they're supposed to know the Old Testament scriptures, is that God is the one that lit the fire in the Old Testament. From heaven. And it was up to the priest to keep the fire going and never to let the fire go out because that fire came from heaven. And so they think they're going to light the fire with physical fire from the earth, which, in my opinion, is a lot like what Abinadab and Abihu, the two priests, did, offering strange fire. Physical fire instead of the holy fire. But they're lighting the menorah, and then they're going to go up and throw this sacrifice up on the crates. It's so ridiculous. This is like amateur hour here. The fire kept going out, and then they've got an altar of incense over there to the right. No wonder the Lord, this is such mockery of what we read in the Bible. I will assure you, brothers and sisters, this is not in any fashion what it looked like in Solomon's temple. It is so ridiculous. It really is. It's an abomination. And in and of itself, just the way they're doing this. These so-called priests up there, they're unclean. You can just look at them and tell they're unclean. There's nothing clean about them. There's nothing holy about them. Even the children have been tainted. There's nothing holy here. There's nothing sacred. And yet the charismatic world, look at this. This is how they're carrying the sacrifice. Can you believe this? Can you believe that this is what they consider to be pleasing a holy God? You telling, folks, I've seen more honor going into things on this earth. I mean, for just worldly things. I mean, and this is worldly too, but don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is like the extravagance and the elaborateness, you know, to just elaborate way that they do things for the military and for they do for the Hollywood and you telling me all the money Israel has and that's the best they can do to carry the sacrifice that's supposed to be offered to God in dedication? Folks, when Solomon dedicated the temple to God, does anybody know how many sacrifices were offered to God? I'm not going to tell you what it was. I want you to look it up. But you will be astounded, probably, if you knew how many sacrifices Solomon offered to God. And they're offering this. Look at this. This is supposed to be a sacrifice offered to God. This is the new definition here of deplorable. This, no wonder it says the abomination that brings desolation. Look at these guys, people. Are we supposed to believe these are priests? This is the abomination that brings desolation. This is just the beginning of it. I will tell you right now, no wonder the Lord's going to laugh from heaven. And to think that they're going to make war with God. This is just so disgusting to me. This is vile. This is vile. And I guarantee you that if anybody hears this video that doesn't like what I'm saying, it won't be long before this video will be taken down. Why? Oh, you're anti-Semite, right? How dare you mock this holy dedication? There's nothing holy about it. There's nothing sacred about it. They're carrying a sacrifice in a plastic box, a storage box. It's amazing. They're going to throw this sacrifice on top of the fire. Let me forward through a little bit here. Maybe we can get to the point where they're going to throw the sacrifice on top. Look at this. Look at this. I guess they've already. Let me back up a little bit here. I almost have the sense that these are Muslims. I don't even feel like these are God's people. I just get the sense like these are Muslims. Maybe they are Muslims in disguise, calling themselves Jews. The synagogue of Satan. Maybe they actually are Muslims. I get that unclean sense from this. But look at this. This is supposed to be a sacrifice of a lamb to God. Okay? He's standing up there like he's saying, let's get this over with. I got TV to watch. I got something to do. Here it goes. Throws it on top of a bunch of pallets burning in a fire like it's trash thrown out. Yeah. And what makes this individual qualified? I'd like to know what the qualifications are. You know, there's scriptures in Amos. I'm not even going to take the time to put them up, but there's scriptures in Amos that say, away with your sacrifices. Away with your offerings. Your grain offerings. Your raising of your hands to me. Away with all that stuff. That don't please me. They live like devils. And they think they're going to offer to God. Look at this. Look at this. Dear God. No wonder this is going to bring God's wrath. It is disgusting. It is despicable. It is vile. It's contempt. This is contemptible, people, what they're doing. This is contemptible. Oh, dear God. Can't watch anymore. That's all I can handle.